Hello everyone and welcome to our first instalment of our Football Manager 2017 experiment, and I'm going to take you through what the experiment is going to be. We're not going to be taking over any teams. We're just going to be following the progress of the teams that we're going to introduce you to now. You can see within the Vanarama National League, I've moved Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, and scroll down, Tottenham. Basically, the big six from the Premier League have been put in the Vanarama National League to see, first of all, if they can claw their way back to the Premier League, and then at the same time, how long it'll take them to do it, because, if you see here now, there's only 2 spots to get promoted, so 2 of those 6 will go up, 4 of them will be left behind, so theoretically, it's going to take 3 years, 3 seasons for all 6 of those teams to get out. First of all, who are going to be the first 2 to go? Who are going to be the last 2 to go? Is anybody going to get through all the way through? We don't know, but this is pretty much what the concept is, as you can see now. Teams who are in Europe should be staying in Europe. I think they're going to be in the League Cup, but I don't think they're going to be in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, but we'll soon find out. Basically what I'm going to do is fast forward you to the end of the transfer window to see the transfer activity with these teams. As you can see, first weekend of the season is going to go off to a corker. Chelsea versus Arsenal, Liverpool are at Guiseley, Man City at home to Maidstone, Tottenham at home to Dover, Man United are playing Leicester in the Charity Shield. So Man United don't play a game until Wednesday. Their first game is home to Bromley. So, like I say, I haven't changed anything with the teams. They've all still got their players. I'll give you an example. Arsenal. You look at Arsenal. Still got their full good squad. So, as the same goes with everybody else as well. I'd imagine a lot of their players are going to get sold, and for hopefully for some decent prices, because they're going to want to keep as much money as they can, because they're going to need to use it to get themselves back in the Premier League. But like I say, it's going to be a bit of a journey, this one is, and we look forward to seeing what sort of progress we get. So thanks you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this series. I'll take you now to the end of the transfer window. Okay then guys, and now you can see it now. We're on the 1st of September. The transfer window will now be closed, and there's the league table for you. Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool. It's developed almost right away exactly how you'd expect the top 6 to be. Man City having a game in hand, which could take them top of the league. The worst start being Liverpool, which on paper you could understand that, but we don't know what sort of transfer activity has happened. So let's have a little look, shall we? Alright. Let's do it by the fees. So we sort it by the fees. Now, this is really, really surprising. I was expecting to see a lot more transfers than this. Danny Ings has moved to West Ham, and that's a really low fee as well. That's on all transfers. Let's have a little look. Right, I think it may be worth looking at them individually. So Arsenal. Haven't brought no one in, and I've only loaned one player out. Manchester United. Absolutely nothing. Got the feeling there's going to pretty much be no Danny Ings left Liverpool. Really surprised. I honestly thought that being in that league, those players weren't going to want to stick around. So nothing at Tottenham either. Well. I didn't expect them to bring any players in, but to keep those players how they have. It's a real strange one. Nothing at Chelsea. Man City. Thing is, I'm not expecting them to bring in any big transfers. I mean, obviously 5 million was the biggest transfer in the Vanarama National League. Well, one loan 8. And did Liverpool actually bring any players in? Because you thought maybe someone on a free, maybe bring in a loan. Oh well. So Liverpool loaned 2 players 8, and they sold Danny Ings to West Ham. So these 6 clubs are at full strength. I'm expecting January will be a bigger one. Now, Liverpool have already lost 2 games, and it's saying there that they've lost them against Chelsea and Man City, both of them at home. Pretty much categorically say Liverpool probably won't be getting promoted unless they finish in that playoff spot and do well. Chelsea have lost to Arsenal, Tottenham have lost to Liverpool. So actually looking at it, Liverpool have played at home against 3 of those clubs. So they've all got to play against each other, and Liverpool could slide in when they play against some of the weaker teams in the division. So as you can see, looking at the bottom, some of them teams were played against some of the bigger clubs. Let's have a little look back on these results. So these are the next fixtures. Let's go back on the results. So, see Arsenal winning 2-0 at Barrow, Liverpool winning 3-0 at Braintree, Chelsea won 4-0 at home at Aldershot, Man City winning away, Tottenham winning at home at Guiseley. So you can pretty much expect these kind of score lines pretty much every time they play against one of the other teams. Boreham Wood, Tottenham, Liverpool losing at home to Chelsea, that was where they lost that one. Man United only beating Forest Green 2-1 at home with Rashford and Ibrahimovic scoring goals. Man City winning 3-0 at Solihull. And the one thing I'm going to be looking out for is if any of these teams lose against any of the lesser teams in this division. So, stats. This is going to be an interesting one. Player overview. So, most assists, Alexis Sanchez. Most key passes, Ozil. Top scorer, Kelechi Iheanacho. Is a surprise. It is actually a surprise if Willie Caballero will be in the best goalkeeper. Most dribbles a match, Coutinho. That's not a surprise. Most distance travelled, Mohamed El Neni, which is a surprise. I find him quite a lazy player in real life. So, team overview. Best hit in the target, Bromley. Jesus. Most fouls made. That's pretty much by the end of this season. That's all. That's the only one that you're going to see any of the smaller teams in. So that's pretty much going to be dominated by the big teams as well. So, award winners. We're going to have first monthly awards. Team of the week. Manager of the month. It's Arsene Wenger. Yes, Arsenal are top of the league at the moment. Yes. Player of the month. Juan Mata. Alexis Sanchez. Christian Eriksen. So it's pretty much you know that. Oh no, I think that's just all time. Don't bother with that one. So there we go. So quite surprisingly, the transfer window hasn't really produced any big results. I'm expecting it to change in January. I'm now going to advance this to the end of November, and then we're going to call that episode 1 then. So I'll see you in November then, guys. Okay then, guys, so this is going to be the final instalment of this first episode. As I just mentioned, this is the 30th of November now, and look how things are going. Man City winning all 19 of their games so far, Arsenal winning 18 of their 20, Liverpool winning 18 of 22. Remember, Liverpool are the only team who are not in Europe out of all these. Man United only playing 16 games, but they've lost 3. And Forest Green clinging on to an outside playoff hope. But it's not going to happen, of course. So let's have a little look who these teams have been losing to. Start off with the bottom one, Man United. See, they've lost Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal, as can possibly be expected, especially with 2 of them being away. Tottenham have lost to Arsenal, Man United, Man City and Liverpool. Chelsea have lost to Tottenham and Arsenal. Liverpool have lost to Man United, Chelsea and Man City. All at home though, you'd think they'd want to do better at home. But, there you go. and Arsenal's only loss coming to Man City. So, looking at this, early indication would say Man City are going to win that league. And who would be your pick for the playoffs? It looks like Arsenal could well be the pick for the playoffs. Obviously, Man United got a staggering 6 games in hand over Liverpool, 2 over Tottenham, 3 over Man City, and 4 games in hand over Arsenal and Chelsea. So those games in hand could be significant and could pull them up into that, and it's looking really, really close. You'd expect it to be close. You'd expect that they're going to win every time. Let's have a look at the draws. So Arsenal are drawn against Liverpool, Liverpool are drawn against Arsenal. So they have beaten all the teams below. So where Man City have gone, if we got any really big wins there, 5-0 looking the biggest of wins. Just goes to show life in the conference is tough. So 7-1 against Guiseley, looking like the biggest scoreline so far. A couple of 5-0s for Tottenham there. And Man United only managing 4-0. Well, what did Liverpool do? Well, Liverpool have only managed 4-0 wins. Arsenal 5-0, pretty much 3 and 4-0. So they're winning the games comfortably enough. They're probably not even getting out of first gear. So, as per expected, the top 6 are the Premier League's current top 6. So, what it pretty much boils down to now is, in what's going to be covered in the next episode, is who is going to win the league, who else is going to get promoted, and what's going to happen in the January transfer window. So plenty for you guys to look at when we come back. So the first part of the next episode is going to be the result of the January transfer window. So we will see you in episode 2 when February comes around. So thanks all for watching, and I hope that you're going to find this series an enjoyable one to watch. Thanks a lot, and cheerio for now.